Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm going to be doing the first episode of my new series called Bargain Bucket. It's basically going to be a hitting gem series under a different name. But anyway, I'll get straight into it. The first player we're going to be looking at is Muriel, or however you may pronounce it. He's from Colombia and plays for Udinese in the Serie A. And I'm sure quite a few players who've built Serie A teams will know about him, and maybe Colombian teams too. But apart from that, I would say not a huge amount of people know about him. On recording this video, he's approximately 5 to 6k, but he's not the most popular player, so you can definitely pick him up for cheap, as there won't be as many people trawling the market for him as there will be for someone like, say, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And the formation I played him in was a 4-5-1. Pretty basic Serie A team, to be honest. I'm using it in my Road to Glory. It's solid, but nothing spectacular at all. And he's definitely the star player of that team in my opinion. He's got 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves, and as you can see here, he's actually got quite a lot of green in-game stats. He's got nice acceleration and sprint speed, of course, with his 91 pace, and he's got pretty good shooting in terms of shot power, long shots and finishing, and his dribbling is also very good. And his medium-low work rate is quite good for any kind of striker in my opinion. So to compare him with some players with similar stats, he does actually somewhat have the stats of a winger, but you can of course play him as a centre attacking mid on the left or on the right in a 4-2-2-2 or a 4-2-3-1 formation, where he will effectively be a winger. And a couple of players that have similar stats to him that are wingers are Gareth Bale, whose cheapest buy now at the moment is 23k. He has a bit better shooting, but apart from that they're very similar. And then another player would be Angel Di Maria from Argentina, who plays for Real Madrid, and his average buy now is probably somewhere around 16k buy it now. At the moment I'd say his price will rise, but you can see his stats are very similar apart from the passing. But I'd say unless a player has outstanding passing, then their passing attribute is one of the less important card attributes. So now I'll move on to some gameplay with him, and I actually managed to pick this guy up for 1.2k, which was an absolute steal in my opinion. He was going for quite a bit more, so obviously I could sell him on, but I did want to play with him because I had seen his stats on FootWiz, and that did encourage me to go out and buy him. He only has 62 heading, but he actually works quite well as a lone striker in my opinion. I played him in a 4-5-1 as you saw earlier, and he actually worked quite well. It might have been because he had the two centre attacking mids supporting him most of the time. I think they were quite offensive minded, so that probably didn't do him any harm, but even still he did score a couple of headers for me, I do believe. And his pace means that he can go out and retrieve the ball when it's launched forward to him from the back. He's got 68 strength, which isn't too bad at all for his kind of player, because to be honest, usually you would expect less from someone with 91 pace and 85 plus dribbling. For instance, Neymar has those sort of stats, and I'm not entirely sure on his strength this year, but last year I do remember it was somewhere around 33, which was quite terrible. But this guy does have more than double that, which again makes him a very effective striker. He's very pacey with his 90 acceleration and 92 sprint speed, and although I do feel like, at least in some instances, pace has been toned down in FIFA 13, I do think it's still quite important in Ultimate Team, and with 91 pace overall, it does make it a fair amount easier for you to get past defenders and score on the goalkeeper. And if you combine his finishing, dribbling, ball control, and 4-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves, it means that you can pretty much fashion a chance from anywhere, because it is easy to dribble around the opponent's players, and since he can finish from quite a lot of different positions on either foot in most circumstances, it does make him a very tough player for the opponent to contain. He's also got the tries to beat defensive line trait, which I'm not sure how much of an impact it has at this moment in time. I haven't really researched most of the new traits, but presumably this means that he will make runs in behind the defense, and if you combine this with his very good pace and dribbling, it again means that he will be scoring bucket loads of goals for you. So overall, in my opinion, this guy is an excellent buy, and although he's not the cheapest player, I will be doing probably one of the more expensive ones. You can definitely pick him up, not a lot of coins at all. Since he does play in the Serie A, it means you can link him up with a lot of good players, and then it's also quite easy to make hybrids with that league. And all in all, this guy is a very good striker, and I definitely recommend him if you have enough coins to pick him up. Hopefully you've enjoyed this first episode of this new series. If you do have any suggestions for the next player I should use, then feel free to leave them in the comments section. Feel free to leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and apart from that, I'll talk to you all next time.